Oh, we got a blockbuster trade today. Ooh, doggy. It's a big one. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about it here. It just came across the wire. It's pretty exciting stuff to talk about. I'll give you a hint. It's an 11 player deal. So if you've been paying any attention at all throughout these last 7 years, you'll know at least one of the owners who's involved in this trade. Let's go see how this trade breaks down between the Colwood Rangers and the Harrison Lakers. Okay, so let's take a look at this trade here. Normally, when I report on trades here, I'll put three guys on one side and two guys on the other, and that means these three guys were traded for those two guys. But in this case, this is five players that are coming to the Harrison Lakers. Yep, the three-time champ is gearing up for a run at Cup number 4. Look what Rene brought into his team. He brought in 3 forwards and 2 defensemen. Nazem Kadri has a 2-year contract. He's coming over. Everybody else is on a 1-year deal, but you got Mikko Rantanen he could probably get third, even second place in scoring this year. He's that good. And Nikolai Ehlers, no slouch at all there at all. So look at that forward lineup. He also brings in some grit with Kadri's penalty minutes. And then talk about bolstering up the defense. Rene just went out and grabbed Brent Burns and Charlie McAvoy from the Boston Bruins. And so Dean's given up a lot here, but we're going to get into a little bit of a deep dive on this trade after I finish reporting on it. So basically, we've got 5 players coming over to the Harrison Lakers. Kadri on a 2-year deal, Rantanen 1, Ehlers 1, Burns 1, and McAvoy 1. Now let's see what Rene is sending back to the Colwood Rangers. So let's take a look at the Rangers' return from giving away those 5 players. Coming over to the Rangers, it's pretty obvious that Dean's on his rebuild. The first part of the trade for him is getting in 3 prospects and some quality prospects at that. You got Dylan Cousins from Buffalo and Rope Hintz from the Stars, as well as Tomasino from Nashville. So bringing in 3 very solid prospects there. And it looks like Dean's ready to rebuild for sure. So why don't we go take a look at the second part of this trade? Okay, so we got the draft board up, which obviously means Dean's got some draft picks coming his way here from the Lakers. And something you don't see very often from Rene is usually he has that neat and tidy, perfect row of all Laker draft picks 1 through 8. But he tried to hide it by trading with the Rangers. But you can see here there's actually 3 Ranger draft picks in here. So he's picking up a 2nd, 3rd, and 4th round pick, which are number 25, 41, and 57 overall. So that's a great pickup for Dean. Thing of beauty there. Well done, Dean. So basically what this trade for Dean means is he's completely rebuilding because he's bringing in 3 prospects in Cousins, Hintz, and Tomasino, all 3 being prospects, and then bringing in 3 draft picks, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th from the Lakers. So obviously Dean's rebuilding. That's great for him. And Rene obviously going for a 4th cup by bringing in Kadri, Rantanen, Ehlers, Burns, and McAvoy. I mean, it's just a super trade, which I think I'm going to break down here a little bit because it's such a good deal that I can't help but take a look at it. Okay, so to take a bit of a deep dive into this trade, I tell you, you got to keep your eye on Dean and just watch how he operates. He's got this down to a T. He's an awesome fantasy player, and so is Rene. And they obviously worked out a great trade that helps both of them. And you'll see this out of Rene every 2-3 years. It's guaranteed to be between 10 and 15 players. So if you want to deal with Rene, it's bigger go home kind of deal thing. But when you look at Dean, let's bring back up the draft board here for a second, and I just want to show you something that he did here that I think is absolutely awesome. So you take a look over here, and basically Dean, as we know, is our champion from last year. So basically what he did was he traded away his draft picks and he built his team to win. And as Dean knows, it's extremely hard to repeat in fantasy hockey. Now, Renee has already done that here in the no control zone, but it's not often done. So immediately, so basically, he traded away his first and his third and fourth and fifth away, and he gathered up a bunch of crapola, but not crapola ones. But if they're your only picks, then they're kind of crapola picks. But then when instead of going and trying to get a second cup, like if you take a look at the players on Dean there that he just traded away, like Ehlers, Kadri, Rantanen, Burns, and McAvoy. Those are kind of guys you build around, but there's only 1 year left on them. And somebody's tendency might be to, I might be able to do it again, right? So you go for it. But instead, Dean takes those quality 1 year guys and what would look kind of like a weak draft for Dean, all of a sudden he replaces with a second, third, and fourth from the Lakers over here. So now he's got a whole bunch of picks in the bottom part. Plus, he's got a whole bunch of picks up here. And now all of a sudden, those picks up top don't become crap anymore because they're not his first picks. If that makes any sense to you, right? So now he's got some quality stuff down here. So somehow he come out of this with the championship, almost all his draft picks, if not more draft picks than he should have. The only thing he's really missing is a first round pick, which would have been 16th overall anyway. So to replace that, he comes away with 2 second round picks. It's just a thing of beauty. Dino, I absolutely applaud you. It's absolutely gorgeous. And what can you say about Renee? Like those are quality guys right there. If we take a look at Renee now up here, he's got 21 roster players right now, and now he's down to 3 prospects instead of having 6. Basically, Renee doesn't even have to show up for the draft. He didn't want to. However, even at 9th pick, he may be able to find a 5-year guy. He almost has a full roster right now. So if he gets a 5-year guy, he's only going up to 42 in cap years. So he could wait around here, but I have a feeling, knowing Renee, what he's going to do, he's going to pretty much do the same thing that Dean just did. And with those, 5, 6, 7, and 8 picks, you probably start replacing the prospects that he just traded. Guys, thing of beauty. One of the best trades I've ever seen in fantasy hockey, in my opinion. And it was well thought out, well done. And guys, I've watched these two work for years now, and I know how they operate. I just can't seem to duplicate it. Maybe some of you guys are smarter than me and you'll be able to figure it out and be able to try to learn a trick or two from these two guys. I mean, they got 4 cups in between them here in this league, and I think they got 6 cups between them in the other league. So these guys know what they're doing. So anyway, that's it for the trade. Once again, I'll recap it here. You got Rantanen, Kadri, and Ehlers with Burns and McAvoy going over to the Lakers. Kadri's the only one with a 2-year contract. The rest have 1-year contracts. And going the other way is all rebuild for Dean. He gets 3 prospects in Cousins, Rope Hintz, and Tomasino. And then picking up the Lakers' 2nd, 3rd, and 4th round draft picks. Really a fantastic trade, guys. Really well done. So anyway, take care, guys, and peace out.